What's up, guys? So I just wanted to talk to you about plane crashes and train crashes and car crashes. Now, a lot of you know that they have literature on planes that tell you that if the plane is going down, to get down like this, right? Now, there's a reason for that, okay? Believe it or not, it's actually a very good one, okay? Now, in cars, you have seat belts, okay? The manufacturer of the first seat belt, I forget what car company it was, but they basically made the patent free so that everyone can use it when they could have charged. I mean, they could have owned seat belts. Think about that. So, seat belts, what they do is they restrict your movement forward and then they pull you back. But they completely restrict your movement forward if the seat belt works right. You don't have that on an airplane, right? You don't have a cross strap. You don't have that on a train. You don't have any straps on a train, okay? So why do they tell you to do that on a plane? Why do they put you in that position? Okay, believe it or not, for a lot of plane and train crashes, okay, let's just say plane crashes, okay, the reason they have you do that is because, believe it or not, the number one cause of death in plane crashes is not a physical plane crashing. People can survive that, okay? The number one reason behind death on plane crashes is something called aortic dissection, okay? You have your aorta, okay? It's the main artery that goes straight up, okay? Here's what happens, okay? Because you don't have a cross strap on a plane, okay? What happens is when you start to nosedive in your tail, you shoot forward and then you shoot back. Now, what happens in this extraordinarily brief time period, okay, is what happens is all your organs move to the very front of your body and then they shoot back into place, or they shoot back and then they settle into place. When they do this, it severs the aorta, okay, and you can't live without the aorta, okay? So that's why they have you do that, because if you get into that position, if there's a plane issue, okay, you're protecting yourself. You're protecting yourself from having your organs fly to the front and then shoot back, okay? An incredible amount of death on airplanes is simply that, okay? People survive plane crashes, okay? And usually the ones that do are the ones that get into that position, okay? Cars naturally restrict that with the cross belt, okay? There's obviously a car is, I mean, it's a little less protected, it's a little less insulated, and then you have your SUVs and you have your big cars and you have your little cars, you know? People don't fare well with little car accidents. And then you basically have your smart cars, which are basically like coffins on wheels to begin with. So what I wanted to share with you is simply that plane crashes are not because the plane itself crashes, okay? You are on a plane. You are protected from the elements, okay? You are protected because there is a ton of steel and metal in there, and because you're not literally on the outside of the door. See, when a car hits your car, okay, it's basically there's not much protection for you, but there's more on a plane because you're in the big belly of the plane, okay? So if you ever find yourself into a situation, God not willing, okay, where you need to do that, okay, please be advised that you need to get into that position, okay, because it does save lives. Okay, now I got another comment in one of my videos mentioning the gray man, and I need to get into that with you guys. I have to explain to you what the gray man theory is, and I have to explain to you what crush syndrome is, okay? Because in the event that you ever find yourself in a shooting or a terroristic area, you need to know how to act accordingly, okay? Thanks.